Respect. You already know the vibes. You know, trying to obtain things for yourself is always an ideal of a gift from the divine pretense. It's not like things that happen in this world, you know what I'm saying? It's never oblivious to the creator. So patience is a virtue. It's something that we need to develop for ourselves in order to almost magically know what's coming to us in aspects of things we feel like we have to go run and obtain in life. And it's always like that feeling of the ego, right? Like, yeah, I finally did that. It's like people are urged to satisfy a notion without giving credit to nothing. And if you can do that, you feel good in yourself, when in fact you didn't give yourself life. You know, it's this African movie that I got put on to a minute ago. A real dear person to me, real sweet and dear person to me, put me on to this movie called Kiriko. And his mother was like a baby who can conversate with her mother while in the womb. He can come out himself. He was like, I'm ready to get out of here. She was like, you can come out yourself. There's nobody around here just coming out the womb by themselves. There's nobody around here just, you know what I'm saying, giving birth to themselves. On top of that, we are so prideful as a culture of people. Like, we look to, in so many words, show off. Like, yeah, I did that. Look at me now. You know what I'm saying? I got this. F you. Da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is corny as hell in the divine aspect. If you can find silence in everything great that happens to you and grow within that silence and have a connection with the divine, everything that you're trying to gravitate to you will come to you. Whether that be love, whether that be finances, jewels, money, career, however you see that. Your job, first and foremost, is to have a connection with the divine, nothing more. And see, this is always going to be a repeat process, because the mind is trickery, the heart is trickery. It'll allow you to think in yourself that you are doing these things for you and you didn't need nothing to come into life. It'll make you think that you're Kiriko. You know what I'm saying? And you could take on the whole world. You even say things around people like, yo, da-da-da-da. When in fact, that is your lower self, in contrast with its original idealism. What do I mean by that? That's your lower self in heinous thought towards the fact that it was created. It's called contrast. Everywhere there's an original idea, there's a contrastal matter to that circumstance. Whether we are aware of that being the situation or not, one energy that's lack thereof will take over the mentality and make you do these things. It's because the flesh is weak. I can't expect nobody, to be on a top game. But if I give you the simplest thing, like paying homage to the divine for the existence, the divine will allow you to grow in that right to develop other concepts that'll keep you attached to that principle. So therefore, when things are slight in our life and we don't understand what to do, or things ain't working, instead of you reaching outside of your body to make things happen, or to grab that gratitude, or to be prideful, or to separate your connection from the fact that you were created, the divine will give you the direct answer you need to solidify that. All the answers we need to get anything done is right there. It's just that we'll cloud our own mind to that understanding. We'll cloud our own existence to that understanding. We'll cloud our own connection to that understanding. Respect. And when these things are taking place, we don't sit down and have responsibility for the fact we allow these things to take place by the way we see or have an outlook on. More importantly, the job is to strengthen the divine connection. Why would I be more in tune with what I want to do outside in the world opposed to me strengthening that divine connection? To me, it's an opportunity. When you go through life and things are not working right for you, no matter how you see fit for that, and you start wondering, why are these things not working right? Like, why is this, or why that happened, or I don't trust this person, or da-da-da-da, all these things. You're supposed to go deeper into the divine at that point. And if you can go deeper into the divine at that point, it's an opportunity to strengthen all things that you assume to be attached to. Respect. You can't make this shit up, man. You can only rock with it. Nobody gets credit for being the speaker of divine energy in some form of way that solidifies the pride aspect that you are able to do that. That's a gift. That's a gift to be able to have service for the divine, or be a representation or a representative of the divine. Because at any given moment, you allow the false reality of your pride to come in there. Oh, the divine, no, you can't do that, because it gets snatched as fast as you put it in there. You have to be humble within all your actions. And you ain't just showing that to the world. You showing that to the divine to show that you're prepared to even speak this tongue. We as physical beings are always going to fall weak to our physical connection to our conscious awareness. There is no way for you to have a communication with your true conscious awareness. You don't know what your mind is running back telling the divine. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if you're filling up your lower self meaning lower than your physical body, which inhabits the understanding of what your physical body may want or need, and it pushes that. This is where addictions and shit like that come from.